Dad Dude Sports. It's in the game.
No, do that one more time.
I'll do it later.
Ready?
Hey, we are.
We're back. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I got my guy Blake here, and we are going to be going over some fantasy football information, our thoughts, our strategies. We're going to be going over our fantasy football draft order for our league, and we're going to do it a cool little way. You're going to be able to see it first. A lot of different content that we're going to be putting out very soon. We have a college football preview coming out. We have our top 25 rankings coming out, and it'll all be with Blake. This is going to be the series of Blakes. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. That way you don't miss out on anything going forward. Hit the bell. It would really help the channel grow. So let's jump right into it. My dog is hitting the door. So let's jump right into it. So Blake, in a 12-man league, what do you feel like is the best position to be drafting?
Well, in this year's league, I want to be toward the back of the draft. I feel like the guys at the top, you know, they're great. Saquon, he's obviously going to be the #1 pick. Kamara's going to be at the top. So the elite running backs are going to go off the board quick. But I want to be at the back of the draft in a snake draft where it can come back to me in that early in that second round. So I want to be toward the end. Yeah,
I am agreeing with you. There's, you know, the three-headed monster in Barkley, Saquon, and actually they're the same person, right? In Barkley, McCaffrey, and then Kamara. And those three guys, you're not going to miss with those guys. But I think once it gets tricky with Ezekiel Elliott and Le'Veon Bell, that's when it gets kind of sketchy. I personally agree with you. If I'm not in that first three spots this year, I don't care to be towards the back. In previous years, if you really look at it, running backs, there have been some misses in running backs. Wide receivers, those top 10 wide receivers that you draft, usually they're going to be the guys. Julio, Hopkins, all the guys that were top 10 last year.
Thomas.
We basically saw that. And Thielen is probably one of the ones that steps out to me really quickly. That was just a shocker. And, you know, way to go. Great year last year. But there's not many misses and busts in the top of the wide receiver rankings in my mind. So I agree. I'm towards the back end when it comes to this year where I would like to be. Would I care to have the first pick? Absolutely not. But I think there's value all throughout the draft this year. Just depends on what you want to do. When it comes to fantasy football drafts, I know you're big into fantasy sports, baseball, and everything like that. But are you a guy that gets draft notes and does mock drafts and stuff like that? What kind of guy are you?
Oh, absolutely. I don't go into a draft without doing at least 10 mock drafts.
Times 10.
But before I know my spot in the draft order, I want to have every possibility covered. I want to know where the value is, the average draft position of certain guys, sleepers. I want to know everything. So I have my iPad here. I've got my phone. I've got all kinds of notes ready to roll in preparation for the draft.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way. I like doing mock drafts, and I personally like trying out different strategies, taking no running backs, taking no wide receivers, taking a tight end early, not taking a kicker, but trying to do all these strategies in a mock draft. And I think that's what they're for. And I love fantasy sports. Fantasy sports are real.
Oh, absolutely.
They're absolutely
real.
It's
a lifestyle.
Yes, I 100% agree. But I'm definitely a mock draft kind of guy. I do a lot of research. I like looking at injuries. I love it. Absolutely love it. And let me ask you this. This is kind of an off-subject question. Not off-subject, but I didn't tell you about this question. What is your favorite thing about fantasy sports?
I like the trash talk aspect.
Oh, our group me.
I like getting in the group with the guys, throwing some shade, making fun of people when they take a kicker in the 6th round.
Or a quarterback in the 2nd.
Right. You know, just people who obviously don't do their homework.
Right. Like don't draft Patrick Mahomes in the 2nd round. He's going to be amazing, but don't do it.
Yeah, so it's probably the messing with my buddies, hanging out, enjoying each other's company.
See, that part of it is my favorite part. I like the fact that my buddies, and you know, you're being one of those guys, we are literally trash talking all year long because of fantasy sports. And that's
absolutely.
something that I love. And guys that I've been in high school with and now college with. And if it wasn't for fantasy sports, I don't know if I'd be talking to these guys that much.
Don't come in last place this year.
Yeah.
It's going to be bad.
So question of the day, do you in your fantasy league have a punishment? And if so, what is it? And then what is a punishment idea that you have for us? I want to hear some good ones down below, and we'll go from there. But don't lose this year because it's going to get pretty dicey unless you back out and chicken. Then you're
we excommunicated a guy last year because he just couldn't handle it.
So the calendar didn't go very well.
We keep it serious.
Yep. So that's my favorite thing. I love how it keeps everyone together. So like I said, we are going to be getting the draft order on camera. My league will be watching this, and you'll be able to see it. It's a fair way to do it, to get a draft order if you're not just wanting to do a random draft order an hour early, which, I mean, it's fine doing that, but I just love the whole aspect of it. I personally say that the fantasy football draft and all the drafts, fantasy drafts, I think that they are the best part about the whole fantasy league.
Oh, absolutely.
I love it. And I love keeper leagues too. I'm not going to bash keeper leagues, but in fantasy football, that first 2-3 rounds, that's the best part of it.
Oh, absolutely.
So, Blake, we're about to do it right here, right now. And we do have one more person from our league. He's scared to get in the video. But there are going to be 3 eyes. That way there's no collusion going on. And if you had to pick right now, what position do you want?
In a 12-team league, you give me pick 8, and I think I can do some damage.
8. See, I am pick 7. I'm going to go with pick 7. And all right, let's get into it. If you're liking the video so far, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and drop a like. All right, y'all, so here we go. We're going to decide our draft order, and we are just going to take a sheet of paper, fold it up, wad it up, put it in a hat, and go from there. Okay?
That's good.
Feel free to help me out there.
All right, so
Returning champ from last year.
Yeah, rip that one, Devin. All right, so they're all involved. We don't even need a hat, right? Do we need a hat?
Let's do a hat.
Sure, a hat.
Whoa.
All right, Blake, you go ahead and pick it. With the first pick of the no-name fantasy draft.
Well.
Redo it.
No.
Devin, you lucky son of a gun.
Number 1.
The champion. The rich get richer in this world, I'll tell you that much. Matt Daniels. Okay.
Pick 3.
Carson Knight.
Carson.
Unfortunately, Carson gets the 3rd pick. You know what the worst pick in the draft would be?
3rd pick.
Definitely the 3rd pick. I would not want the 3rd pick. Brantley Clark.
4th pick goes to Brantley.
Peyton Watkins. I should probably stop saying their first and last name. Oh well. You know, you're famous. You're on the YouTube channel now. You're famous. Sorry about it.
Myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th pick.
Right in the middle.
Right in the middle. You know, I'll take it.
Nolan Coffey. Probably the villain of the league again this year, I will say.
It's pick 7. Pick 8.
Pick 8. This is your favorite spot, by the way. I'll take it. I got some work to do.
We all do.
So,
Let's see what we got.
pick 9. Evan Mansell. He's going to be a dad again very soon.
Wait. This one's first.
Grant. Blake Burns, also going to be a dad. He is on the baby budget right now. I love it, Blake. And that leaves none other than Seth.
Mr. Irrelevant.
With the 12th pick. Terrible pick to have. So this is the order. I'll say it one more time. And we'll go from there. It is Devin, Matt, Carson, Brantley, Peyton, Blake Holloman, Nolan, myself, Evan, Grant, Blake Burns, or as the Bachelor would say, Blake B.
Yep.
And Seth as the 12th pick in the draft. So draft will be not this Monday,
Not
a
today,
week
but
from today.
1 week from today.
Looking forward to it. I will be sure to let you all know what my team looks like. Might even bring Blake on again. You can grade our draft. And we'll go from there. But thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure to check out our next video coming out. We'll have a college football video coming out. We're really pumped for college football. Right around the corner. Auburn fan, unfortunately.
War Eagle, baby.
Bama fan, Roll Tide. And so that's all we got for you today. Be sure to come back. Peace.